the could be. For everybody, today we're going to be talking about the should be's and the could be's. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks again for jumping onto another Get More with Moreira video. As always, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and when you can, click on that little bell notification to make sure you get notified whenever I drop some new content. Should be's and could be's. There's a lot of rules in this business that people got. You should be doing this. And there's other things that you probably should be doing that people are telling you that you could be doing that. See, there is a difference between the should be's and the could be's. I just happen to disagree with some of those rules that actors kind of put on themselves and on the rest of the community. Everybody's different, and everybody has different background and different needs in terms of what they have to do to achieve their goals. Some people are coming from acting backgrounds. Some people aren't. So it's hard to have hard and fast should be rules. You should be doing this or should be doing that. It's hard to create this you should be mentality when there's such a vast array of backgrounds for everybody. You know what I mean? Because what I should be doing is not necessarily what somebody who's never acted a day in their life before should be doing. It's very different. So you got to take stock of that. Now, there's only a couple that I'm going to mention right now, but I'd like for you guys to drop some comments and let me know some should be's that you happen to disagree with, or some could be's that you think should become should be's. The first should be that I want to talk about is getting multiple demos. Now, should you be doing that? You definitely could. You definitely could be doing that. So I wouldn't say not to do it. You could do that. I wouldn't say that you should do that. You don't have to. Saying that you should kind of implies that you need to do this thing. Truth be told, I've been doing this almost, it's over 7 years now. And I've mainly rocked 2 main demos for quite a bit. Actually, 1 main demo for a while. I used my commercial demo for 5 years before I even humored an animation demo. And then I finally got it. And truth be told, I've done plenty of animation in video games without that animation demo. So could you be doing that? Sure, you could be getting multiple demos. Should you? That's debatable. Another should be I want to talk about is direct marketing. Now, props to all of you that are masters of the direct marketing game, because cold calling and cold emailing is not something that I enjoy doing. I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan. It is what it is. And I've built my entire business without direct marketing. So should you be direct marketing? Not really. I mean, you absolutely could. It should be a spoke on your wheel if that's what you're into, but you absolutely don't need to do it. I've never done it, and I'm totally fine. Built a very successful career with no direct marketing whatsoever. Another should be that people tend to sometimes talk about is joining P2Ps. If you're starting out, you should be joining onto pay-to-play site. That's what P2P means. You should be joining onto a pay-to-play site so that you can build up your resume before you get an agent. Could you be doing that? Absolutely. Should you? That's really up to you. That's for you to decide whether you want to go down that rabbit hole or not. I never really did. I actually didn't jump into a P2P until several years into my game. And even then, I didn't really play the pay-to-plays all too hard. Maybe I probably could have found more success on them had I done that. But when I first started my voiceover journey, I started with an agent. So I kind of have like an old school nature of how my business started. I started with an agent, and I started getting auditions from my agent, and that's how I built myself up, not through the pay-to-play sites. I'm on one now, and even then I use it fairly haphazardly. I probably should use it more, but truth be told, I'm so busy with my current clientele and with the agents and bookings that I get with my agent that I'm doing okay. So should you? That's up to you. You know what I mean? That's really debatable. I don't think you should. I don't think you have to, but you could. Now here's a couple of could be's that I think should become should be's. Networking. I think you absolutely should be networking. People say you could network. I think you absolutely should network. Now, it's not the same thing as direct marketing. They're not one and the same, that's for sure. Direct marketing means you're going straight to clients. Networking, I mean, networking and being intertwined with the overall voiceover community. I think you should absolutely do that. There's so much information that you can get from fellow actors just by talking to them and talking about their journeys and what they've done, or situations that maybe they've come across already that you haven't yet, or that you just came across and are looking for advice. Having a large network of actors that span, you know, from veteran to newbie, I think that really helps you out overall as an actor, because there's a lot that you can learn without having to crash and burn and find out the hard way. Another could be is staying top of mind. You have to stay top of mind. And what does that mean? The easiest way to stay top of mind is posting on social media. It is the easiest way to do it. It's free, it's available, and truth be told, you could do it on any medium, be it Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Those are, you know, really the most popular for. Clubhouse is really big, so if you got an eye anything, you could jump onto Clubhouse and make yourself known that way. But keeping top of mind is really important, because if you take the time to really develop a nice, unique value proposition for yourself, i.e. your elevator pitch, when you have that in tow and you meet these players in these different mediums, you can always flex that unique thing about you as an actor. And I think that's absolutely important to do. Best way to do that, stay top of mind. Because whenever somebody's looking for that nice, handsome, rugged, devilishly good-looking Latino, at least I know they're coming for me. Not really. But I am bilingual, and that's a big hook. Another could be that I think it is kind of a should be, but maybe it's not spoken about enough, is that you should always be doing workshops. But more specifically, make sure you're taking workshops that strengthen skills that you know you're not good at. If you're already a very well-versed, or even let's just say you just know how to do your casual read very well, you got the conversational thing down, don't take more workshops where you're constantly just doing conversational reads. You're obviously already good at it, so that's not necessarily a place that you need to be working on. If animation is your weakness, then absolutely do animation workshops, or work with an animation coach directly, one-on-one. Or maybe commercial is your weakness, in which case you should be doing commercial workshops. I think you should be doing workshops, but you have to be effective in the time that you use in doing said workshops. Make sure that you're developing a skill that you're weak at. You want to be a nice, well-rounded actor who can do many different types of voiceover. That's ultimately what you're gunning for. So if you're weak in one place, then make sure you do your workouts to do it. Me, I felt like promo is one of the spots where I feel weakest. So I did some promo work, and now I book promo work out in Florida. So it just goes to show you, if you really flex that muscle when the opportunity arises to be a part of that, you know, sector of the voiceover industry, you'll be able to rise to the occasion and create new clients for yourself. Well, that's all I got for this video. Again, let me know, drop a comment, let me know what should be's you think are around that people don't talk about, or what could be's should be promoted to should be's, or should be's that should be demoted to could be's. Whatever the case, let me know if you agree. But stay out there, keep auditioning, keep booking. Much love, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.